you're hanging in there. I know this week has been a little unsettling, and I am there with you. I hope you have been able to find a little bit of peace. So I guess let's just take this next hour and just have a little fun together and get some exercise, and hopefully we'll feel a little better, stronger after this. Um, okay, let's get to it. All right, breathe in. Let your arms up. Exhale. Let it out. As always, nice big breath. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Big breath in. And exhale. Release. And shake out those arms and those legs. Get the blood flowing. Ground your feet and take it to a bounce. Separate your feet a little wider than hip distance. And turn your toes out slightly. Bend through your knees. Just take your arms and just like set them in motion, offering a little massage for your sides as you allow them to beat against your waist. Good. And again, one more. And take it to center. Inhale, big breath. Interlace your fingers. Go ahead and tuck your tailbone under around through your spine. Wiggle whatever you need to do to feel the stretch in any tight areas in your body. Inhale, big breath. And release. Circle your arms back around, interlace your fingers, press your shoulders down as you lift your arms up. Feel a stretch across your chest. Shoulders down. And shake it out. Another big breath. Inhale. This time you're going to bend your elbows, open up through your chest, and look up to the sky. And inhale up. And exhale back down. Drawing your shoulder blades down along your back. You want to separate your fingers. And inhale. Let's do that one more time. And exhale. Down, open up through that chest and hold here. Take your shoulder blades and just pinch them together. Okay, so really stretch out the pecs here, warming up the back. Good, shoulders down for 3 and 2 and 1. Right arm across. Go ahead and pull it in with your left. And switch, left arm across, pull it in with your right. Good. And go ahead and shake it out. Settle your hips. Take your right fingertips down toward the floor. Left fingertips down toward the floor. And right and left. Feel that side stretch, right and left. One more time, so really feel that reach here. Other side, back to center. Inhale, big breath. Hold, left arm down, right arm reaches up to the ceiling. Reach over to the left side, that big side stretch. Feel the opening through the right side of your torso. Good. How about one more inch? Really feel it. Send your right hip over to the right, and then back to center. Let's do the other side. Inhale, big breath. Right arm down, left arm reaches up and over to the right side. Keep that shoulder back. Okay. Nice side stretch. Reach, reach, reach. And then back to center. Shoulders, circle them around. Big circles. And reverse. Good. And let's do our chicken wings. So elbows around. Opening up to that chest once again. And then reverse. Big circles. Okay. And then straighten our elbows. Okay, so big circles here. And again, and reverse the direction. Here we go. And again. And interlace your fingers this time. Go ahead and tuck your tailbone under one more time, settling a little deeper if you can. And take it on up, inhale. And really separate your feet a little wider. Place your hands on your thighs. Go ahead and bend through your knees. Drop your left shoulder down to get to a little spinal twist. You want to squeeze those glutes, get your inner thighs to stretch as well. And switch right shoulder down. There we go. And to center, round to your spine, and arch, and round, and arch, and take it all the way up to standing here. Inhale, big breath. Good, and exhale, arms down by your side. Good. Now step to the back of your mat, right here. Go ahead and take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Let's swan dive down, so lengthen through your spine. Inhale, lift through your chest. And exhale, go ahead and take it back down into a nice forward fold. You can heel toe through your feet. Feel a nice stretch to the backs of your legs. And just dangle down. You can rotate your head. And bend your knees. Go ahead and walk your hands out. Take it into a nice solid plank. Okay, so we always check our form here. Shoulders on top of your wrists, hands spread out wide. Okay, belly pulled in, so never letting that back sag. You always want to keep that lower back supported, back the neck long, shoulder blades apart. I think I said that. But holding here, slight bend in your elbow. Try not to lock your elbows out. Okay, just find your form, shape here. Take it back into a downward facing dog. Heel toe through your feet. Good. Press both heels down a little bit more. Really lengthen through your spine without letting your shoulders hike to your ears. Okay. Drop those heels down a little bit more. Feel that stretch through the backs of your legs, your hamstrings and your calves. Breathe, and then back into a plank here. And go ahead and lower onto your knees. And bring your knees in under your hips. Okay, take your left arm, you're going to reach out to the side, you're going to bend through that right elbow and weave under that right armpit, lower down here. Feel that little twist, stretch across your back. Then go ahead and inhale, open up, and draw that left shoulder back. And again, exhale, weave under that right armpit. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, and then inhale, lift all the way up, and let's go again. Exhale, and then inhale, lift all the way up. Feel that rotation here, that nice stretch, and then lower down. Let's go right into the other side. So right arm lifts up, and weave under that left armpit. Pull your shoulder blades apart, shoulders down. Nice rotation here. Inhale, big breath. Draw that right shoulder back, and weave. Good. And let's go for 2 more of these. Inhale, big breath. And exhale, weave under that left armpit. Reach, reach, reach over to the left side. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Last time, inhale. And exhale, weave under here. And rotate and back to center. Hands under your shoulders. You're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to do a quick core work. So go ahead and lift your knees up off of the mat and just hold. Okay, so feel your belly engage. Your belly pulling in toward your spine. Spine stays in neutral though. Holding here. Knees just hovering above the mat. Okay, shoulders are strong. Slight bend in your elbows. Holding for another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And go ahead and press back into a nice downward facing dog. Drive those heels down a little bit further. Then press forward into a plank. We're going to warm up the back. Okay? Lower to your knees, shoulders away from your ears. And let's lower onto our bellies. Elbows close to our sides, so we're going to work the triceps. So pull the shoulders away, lower for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6. Elbows close. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Settle onto your belly, arms down by your sides. Okay? Or if you need more support, hands right under your shoulders. Pull your belly in toward your spine. Go ahead and lift your upper body up. Okay, if you're ready for it, squeeze your glutes and your hamstrings. Lift your legs up and just hold here or here or here and just hold. Feel the warmth in your spine, but I want you to think about pulling your belly in toward your spine. Pull it in there to support that lower back. Always checking in with that lower back. Make sure you don't feel any strain. Okay, back of the neck is long, so no tension there. You can turn your head side to side with ease. Shoulders down away from the ears, and just hold for another 5 and 4. Good. 3 and 2 and 1. Go ahead and lower down. Place your hands to the outer edges of the mat. Stay on your knees. We're just going to press up in 10 counts. Work that chest. We're going to warm out that chest. So here we go. 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6. You're halfway there for 5 and 4 and 3. You got 2 and 1 and 0. All the way up. Hey, go ahead and take it into a quick child's pose. Place your hands back, shoulder width apart. And then lift up, tuck your toes under, and push back into a downward facing dog. Get that stretch. Getting a little warmer, so try and get a little deeper into that stretch. Good. And then go ahead and walk your hands to your feet. Bend through your knees. This time we're going to roll through your spine. So nice big breath. Inhale. Lift up through your arms here. Feel that reach. If you're ready for that back bend, go ahead. And exhale. Let's swan dive down again. So lengthen through your spine. And take it all the way back down. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Okay, bend through your knees or keep them straight. You're going to walk your hands back out into a plank. So into a plank here. Find that shape, that super supported plank, belly in. No strain in that back. And just hold here, okay? Now take your heels and press them back and forward. So feeling a little bit of more stretch through those calves, Achilles tendon, back and front. Working that core again. And forward. And back and forward. One more time, back and forward, and go ahead and take it into that downward facing dog. Okay, press through your hands. Now you're going to lift that right leg up to the ceiling here. Feel that stretch to the back of that left leg. Then you're going to bring that right knee into your chest as you round through that thoracic spine. And then you're gonna place your right foot by your hands and bend to your knees. So taking it into a lunge. Okay, so here. So feeling that stretch as you drive that heel back behind you. Okay, straighten that left knee if you need to bend that knee. That's perfectly fine. Okay, so you want to feel that hip flexor stretch. Good. Then you're going to lower that left knee down and then rise back, lift back up here. Okay, so here. So I want you to walk that right foot out a little further and then just settle into that hip. So I want you to feel that hip flexor stretch. Tuck that tailbone under and hold here. Okay, so finding that hip flexor stretch. Then you can place your hands on your right thigh and then you're going to shift your weight back as you lift your right toes up. And then fold over that right leg. So you want to feel the hamstring stretch now. Okay, good. And then we're going to take it back into that hip flexor stretch here. Settling here. Make sure you tuck that tailbone under so you don't jam that back. And then that hip flexor stretch. So a little bit of balance work as well. Okay, good. Hamstring stretch, sorry. And then hip flexor here. And then back to that hamstring. Now if you're feeling a little pain in your knees, you can if you need more padding, you can double up the mat or place a towel under that knee. And then back into that hip flexor. And then back into that hamstring. And one more time into that hip flexor here. Good, hold here. Place your hands onto the mat. And then we're going to free that right leg, kick it high. Get that left heel up off of the mat. So press through your hands. Really feel that stretch. And then lower back down. Let's do the other side. So ground that right foot. Kick that left leg nice and high. Drive that right heel down into the mat. So feel a nice long stretch down the right, back of the right leg. Okay? Then you bring that left knee into your chest as you round through that thoracic spine, hollow out through that chest. And then go ahead and place that left foot as far forward as you can. And then drop your hips down as you press that right heel back behind. Okay, now if you need to, you can always lower down that knee down and press, press, press. And settle here. Good. And then lower that right knee down. Okay, then go ahead and lift up. You can walk that left foot a little further forward. And then go ahead and settle that hip down while tucking that tailbone under. So really protect that lower back. Okay? But I want you to feel that stretch across that right hip. Okay, then go ahead and shift back. Lift your left toes. You can hinge forward. Feel the stretch those hamstrings, back of the thigh. And then press forward. Hip flexor. Tucking that tailbone under and hamstring. Woo, breathe in and hip flexor. Good. And hamstring. There we go. Feel that stretch. Go ahead and pull your toes toward you as much as you can. And hip flexor. And hamstring. Good. Pull, pull, pull. And last time, hip flexor. And hamstring. Pull, pull, pull here. Folding over if you can. I'm going to lengthen through your spine as you do so. Good. And then back here. Lift that right knee up if you can. And drive that left leg up nice and high. Right heel lifted up off of the mat. Press through your hands, lengthen through that spine. And then go ahead and lower down. And then press forward into a plank. Find your form here. Okay, so find it here. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades apart. Always checking in with those form checks. And then lower your knees down back into a quadruped. Okay, so here. Spine is in neutral. Shoulders away from the ears. Toes are tucked under. I'm going to lift our knees up off the mat one more time, just like we did before. And just hold. Okay, just hold here. Okay, now lower your knees up. You can keep your hands here, or you can walk your hands out by about 6 inches out in front. But keep your hips above your knees. Okay, so this is option 2. Now, from here, you're going to lift our knees up and hold. So you really have to drive your shoulders away from your ears, okay? Hips are above your knees. Okay, just hold and hold, okay? And then go ahead and lower down. Keep your hands here or where they were before, or walk your hands out maybe another 4 inches. Drive your shoulders down, okay? Keep your hips above your knees, shoulders down, and lift and hold, shoulders down. Okay, just holding here, belly is pulled in. So wherever you're at, hands under your shoulders, walk down about 6 inches or 10 inches, shoulders down away from your ears, and hold, good, hold, and hold, starting to feel the warmth build strong in your legs, your core, shoulders, everything's working hard, good. I'm going to count down for 20, and 19, 18, and 17, 16, and 15, and 14, 13, let's go, 11, and 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, those quads, 6, and 5, go for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower back down, Hands back under your shoulders if they're not already there. Take it to a cat-cow, rounding through your spine. And take it into a cow, belly drops down. And exhale, cat stretch. And inhale, take it into cow. And back into neutral here. Right arm, left leg, spinal balance. And lower back down. Left arm, right leg, spinal balance. Reach. Stay in neutral. And lower back down. Right arm, left leg, reach. Keep your shoulders level, hips level. And lower back down. Left arm, right leg, reach. And lower back down one more time. Okay, so nice and easy. Reach here. Shoulders stay away from the ears. And down. Left arm, right leg, reach here. And down. Tuck your toes under. Push back into a nice downward facing dog. Drag those heels into the mat. And then go ahead and walk your hands to your feet. Bend through your knees and roll up through your spine. I'm going to take it all the way up. And go ahead and shake it on. I want you to stand. I want you to stand with your feet about hip distance apart. Okay. So I want you to bend through your knees. Sink your hips down into that squat weight in your heels. Okay, now we're going to think about rotating through that right hip socket. So I want you to take your right toes lift up, heels lift up, and right toes up, and heel up and lower down. Okay, so your right foot is turned slightly in, but that rotation comes from that hip. So your knee continues to align with that foot. And then you're going to sink your weight into that right leg, that right heel. Okay, just feel the strength there. And then you're going to take it back. So heel, toe, and heel, and toe. Okay, so I want you to take your hips and drop down a little bit more. We're going to go toe, and heel, and toe, and heel. Now sink your weight down here. Feel that strength there. So really feel that strength as you ground. Weight mostly in that heel. So ground. So feeling that right glute. And heel. And toe. And heel. Back to toe here. Reverse. Well, first drop those hips down a little lower. Make sure the weight stays in the heel. Okay. Right, left heel. And here we go. Toe. And heel. And toe. And heel here. You're going to sink that weight here. Feel the strength here. Feel the strength here in that right gluteal. And heel. And toe. And heel. Back to toe. Drop it down a little lower. Toe. And heel. And toe. And heel. Hold here. Drop it down. Feel the strength. Make sure, again, the rotation is happening through that hip so that knee stays aligned with that foot. And back. And back. Sorry. And back. And hold here. Let's go again. Last one. Toe. And heel. And toe, and heel. Sink that weight, feel the strength there, strength. Make sure you don't drop in that left hip. Okay, here, strength, knee aligns. You're gonna feel in that glute, and heel, and toe, and heel, back to toe. Okay, let's do the other side now. Okay, so again, settle the weight down, weight in that right heel. Okay, so you're gonna go left, so toe, and heel, and toe, and heel. Okay, so that knee is aligned with that foot. And sink that weight. You want to feel the strength in that left gluteal. Okay, so you're hinged through your upper body a little bit. And take it back, heel, and toe, and heel, and toe. Sink down a little lower, toe, and heel, and toe, and heel. Sink it down. Feel that strength. And heel, and toe, and heel, and toe. Let's take it back. Sink it down a little lower, toe, heel, and toe, and heel. Sink it down. Feel that strength, nice and powerful. Feel that contraction in that glute. And heel, and toe, and heel, and toe. Last one, drop it down. Go for toe, and heel, and toe, and heel. Sink it down. Feel that strength before you take it back. And heel, and toe, and heel, and here. And of course, while we're here, let's sink it down into that squat. Okay, weight in the heels. You want to feel in the glutes. Spine is in neutral, and just hold. Feel the strength in those quads as well. And just hold here. Hey, hands on your thighs, or if you want, hands behind your head. Elbows wide. Sink those hips down a little lower. Good. Feeling the warmth. Warming up those glutes for the next exercise to come. For 4, a little lower, 3, and 2. And you know me, 1. I'm going to go to that 0. And release. Go ahead and take it on up. And I love to shake it on out. Hey, so here we go. We're going to work those glutes a little bit more. So right foot is grounded. So that's our stabilizing leg. Okay. We're going to take that left leg up off of the mat. And we're going to bend the knee. Flex that foot. Weight in that right heel. Okay, upper body is hinged slightly. So feel your balance here. Okay, now you're going to take that left leg, bring that knee in slightly, and then you're going to press it back. So I want you to think about firing through that glute. Okay, so first off, that supporting leg, you want to feel that right glute firing. So if you want to poke that right glute, you should feel it contracted. Okay, you want to keep the weight in that right heel. Okay, that'll help activate that glute here. Okay, so that left leg is kicking back. Now, if you press that glute, you want to feel that firing here. Okay, so pretty subtle, just pressing back, but you want to feel that contraction, the hardness in that glute. Pressing straight back. Okay, good. And press back. So getting that glute max. Okay, so here we go, press back. So each time, keeping that contraction, even at the end point, and back. So feeling that contraction here and back. If you want to bend that right knee a little bit more, you can, but keep the weight in that heel and back. So you should feel it. Okay, again, it's not very much movement, but you should feel it. Okay, good. And press back here. Press and back. And press. Think about what's happening in the rest of your body. Okay, you're staying relaxed in your shoulders. Okay, belly is pulled in, spine is in neutral. Good. Make sure your neck is not feeling any tension. You're pressing straight back. Press. Again, feeling that contraction. So if you need a little feedback, you can press on that glute and make sure it's contracted and strong and back. Okay, now we're going to take it in another direction. So think about the left to back angle. Okay, so pressing straight back still. One more here. Now you're going to take that left leg and you're going to press back at an angle back here and in. Okay, so back here. Still feeling the glute here. So getting the glute meat a little bit. Okay, out and in. Working lots of balance, of course. So that right ankle working hard, lots of all the stabilizer muscles. And you just want to make sure that contraction is maintained. Okay, here. Also checking in with that right glute and press back at an angle and back. Lots of balance. Woo, stay relaxed in your upper body, but strong. And back, that diagonal, press back. Driving with that heel. Two more here. And one more here. And bring that leg back in. Now you're going to take that left leg, lift directly to the side. Okay, so that glute med here. Here, up, and lower that. Woo! Lots of balance work. And bend that right knee a little bit more. Good. And up. And down. Good. That supporting leg is feeling it, maybe even more. And down. 5 more. Up. And down. 4 more. Take it up. And down. 3 more. Up. And down. Last 2. Hey, don't rest yet. And down. 1 more. Up. And down. You're going to take that leg, cross it over that thigh or lower leg. Okay? And you're going to sink down. Offer a stretch for your glute as you press that left knee away. Here, that right glute is on fire. Woo! And release and lift back up. And let's do that shake. I'm going to go right into the other side. I'm going to turn so you can see me a little bit better. Okay, ground that left foot. Bend the knees, both knees. Shift the weight into that left foot. Okay, so you're going to take that right foot, flex it, hinge a little bit through your upper body, and then kick straight back, press and back. Now check it in with that left gluteal, make sure it's strong and contracted. Weight in that left heel, and you're pressing that foot back and in and press. Now checking in with that right glute, pressing back and make sure it's firing and strong, contracted, and back and forward and back and forward. Let's go again, back and forward and back and forward. You can feel that left ankle. I know I can. It's wobbling a little bit, but getting stronger. And back and press. So you're pressing something away with that heel. Press and in and press and in and press and in. Let's go. Press and in and press and in. Again, keep that spine in neutral. Okay, so the bend is at the hip, not that lower back. And press. And then get ready. We're going to go for that right diagonal. Not yet. One more. Here we go. Right diagonal. So press at the diagonal. And back. And press. And back. Check that the weight is in that left heel still. And back. And in. And press. And in. Let's go. Press. And in. That glute on fire. That left leg getting numb. And press. And and back. Let's go for 7 more, and back 6 more. Here we go, and back 5 more, back 4 more. You got it. Woo! 3 more, back, and 4. Last 2, back, and 4. Last 1, back and forward. Hold here. Lift to the side and down and side. Hey, try not to let that foot lag. Okay, so your foot is lifting with that knee, so that outer thigh. Here and down. Good. Up and down. Let's count down. There we go. For 8 and down. 7 more. Up and down. 6 more. Woo! 5 more and 4 more. Up. Last 3. Last 2. Woo! Last 1. There we go. Okay, take that right foot, place it onto your left thigh. Go ahead and take it into a stretch for that glute on the right side, or you can just cross that leg lower down if you want to, and then hinge through your upper body and feel that stretch here. Okay, so just holding it for a couple more breaths. Excellent work. 1 more, and then roll up to your spine. Good. Shake it up. Take it to the back of your mat. Inhale, big breath. And exhale. Let's roll through our spine. So arms down, chin into your chest, and roll down through your spine. Feel a nice stretch for your hamstrings, so we work the hamstrings as well. Hey, calves. And then go ahead and you can bend your knees if you want to, or walk your hands out into a nice solid plank here, shoulders away from the ears. Okay, good. And then press back into a downward facing dog. Kick your left leg nice and high. And then bring it into your chest, round through that thoracic spine, lift to your seat, and then place it between your hands. So a high lunge, you can scoot that foot forward, drop down here. You can lower your right knee down if you want to. Gauge your core, lift all the way back up into a high lunge. Okay, so here. So now from here, we're going to take our arms, swing them back around, open up through that chest. We're going to launch up and bring our right knee either to the floor, or if you can, lift up. Bring it into your chest and pull it in with your hands, or if you need to keep it on the mat, that's fine. Okay, and then back into your high lunge. Arms up, swing it around, open up through that chest, and pull it in here. Woo! And then reach. So lots of balance here. Here and back. Good. And pull it in. Find that balance and lower back down. And one more time, swing and pull it in, hold here. Okay, now from here, we're going to take that leg, either it's lifted here or down, and then we're just going to open out to the side and back. Okay, if it's here, out to the side and back. So opening up to that right hip and back. Make sure that left knee is slightly bent, open. Woo! And one more, out to the side and back. And take it back into that high lunge here. Okay, so pressing that heel back or knee on the mat if you need to. Okay, then let's launch up one more time. Open up to that chest. Bring that knee up, either by your chest here or on the mat. And let's open up and back in. And opening up to that chest. And back in. One more time. Then we're going to add on, of course. And back in. Hold here. Hey, wherever your leg is, you're just going to kick it out and hold. And hold. Okay, so lots of quad work. And just hold. And hold. Nice balance. And hold. And hold. For 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And from here we're going to just swing forward and take it into that high lunge. Okay, hands down. And go ahead and release that left leg and kick it nice and high. Woo, right heel. Okay, lower back into downward facing dog. Then take that right leg. We're going to swing way back behind. Feel a stretch through the back of that left leg. It should feel really good. And then bring that right knee into your chest. Hollow out through that spine. Lift that right leg up toward that seat. And then bring that right foot forward. You can wiggle it forward with your hands if you need to. Hey, bend your knee, your right knee. Drop that hip down. Feel that stretch. Or you can lower that left knee onto the mat. Engage your core. Take it on up into a lunge. Okay, here. Okay, get ready. Arms circle back around. And bring that left knee up here or down here. Okay, here. And then take it into that lunge as far back as you can go without bunching that lower back. And lift up here. Woo! And then reach back. And again, circle up and around here. Woo! and then back. Doing good. And here, up, 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 up. If you're up toward your chest, give it an extra tug, and then back. This time we're gonna hold. So hold here, or if you're down here, that's fine. Hey, then we're gonna open up to the side, open up to that left hip, and bring it back in, open up to that chest. And here, challenging our balance even more. And out to the side, and back. And out to the side, and back. One more time. Out to the side, and back into that high lunge here. Settle here. Ready? Lunge up and pull it in. Out to the side, and back. And out to the side, and back. Again, out to the side and back. Hey, remember that kick of the leg? Hold here. Hey, if it's lifted here, I want you to kick out high here. If it's down here, kick out here. Hey, wherever you're at, try to keep the height and hold, and hold, and hold, and hold for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Bring it back in, high lunge here. Bring your hands back down. Take that right leg, kick it nice and high. Stretch the back of that left leg. Press your hands, and then go ahead and lower back down. Settle your knees onto the mat, and then take it into another child's pose. Forehead on the mat. And then press forward into a quadruped, just like we did early on. We're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to hike our knees up, let them hover above the mat. Okay, so here's one option. Next option, walk your hands out 6 feet, shoulders down away from your ears, hips stay above your knees, and lift up. Okay, third option, walk your hands out another 4 inches, push your shoulders down, hips stay above the knees, and press up and hold. So everyone, join in and hold wherever you're at. Shoulders down away from the ears. Knees just hovering, hey, just hovering, 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 and hovering. Good job. Woo! Knees just hovering. Check that they're just an inch up off of the mat. Belly is pulling in, spine is in neutral. Holding, pressing your shoulders away from your ears. Good job. Woo! For 20, and 19, and 18, and 17, and 16, and 15, and 14, and 13. You got 12, 11, and 10, and 9, and 8, and 7. You got 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Okay, make sure the knees are still hovering, shoulders down away from your ears, spine is in neutral. And 0, lower your knees down. Whew. Good, go ahead and shake it out. Good job. Tuck your toes, tailbone under, rock to your spine. And then take it into a cow. And back into a cat. And into a cow, and back into neutral. Good. Okay, we're going to take it down to the floor and do a little bit of ab work. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a deep breath. This time I'm going to swan dive down. Okay, so lengthen through your spine as you take it down. Inhale, lift through your chest. Get any kinks in your body that you may have set in your body. And then go ahead and bend your knees, walk your hands out to a nice solid plank here. Okay. Then now you're going to walk your feet to your hands. So walk your feet to your hands. So inchworming here. And let's take it to a little lift here. So nice stretch. Hands back down, walk your feet back behind. Take it into a nice solid plank here. Okay, here. Then walk your hands to your feet. And then take it to a little lift. Stretch the backs of your legs. And then inchworm hands out. You can bend your knees if you need to. Okay, into a nice solid plank here. Here. And then walk your feet to your hands. Here. Then go ahead and bend your knees. Turn your toes out. Okay. I'm going to try and keep your heels in contact with the mat for as long as you can. Just feel a nice stretch for the inner thighs. And with your elbows, you press your knees out to the side here. Very good. And then have a seat back behind onto the mat. Feet are out. Okay, hands behind your thighs. Go ahead and lower your spine onto the mat one vertebra at a time here. Walk your feet into a comfortable distance from your hips, arms down by your side. Okay, now we're going to take our legs into tabletop. So bend your knees. So you have a 90-degree bend in your knees and your hips. Place your hands behind your head. Lift your head up off of the mat. You want to sink soft in that sternum, hollow up through that chest. Okay, elbows out wide. Try not to pull on your head with your arms. So you're just supporting your head. Okay, here. Now you're going to just take your toes And you're just going to tap them down on the mat and bring them back up. Legs are squeezing together. So those inner thighs, adductor muscles are engaged. Okay, keep that 90-degree bend in your knees. Lower down and back. So keeping it fairly slow at this point. And we want to keep the control. Working the eccentric phase. Okay, so as we lower down, we want to fight gravity here. And bring it back up. Press that lower back into the mat. Okay, make sure your lower back is not lifted. You want to protect it. And again, lower down. Woo! And lift. Maybe you can lift the upper body a little higher, just tapping down. And remember, if you don't go all the way down, that's perfectly fine. All the way down with your toes, that's fine. Okay, so you decide your end of the range for you. Okay, always checking in with your body. If you feel any pain, back off. Okay, so you want to work at your own pace, but a challenging pace. So you want to feel like you're progressing. Okay, so here we go. Tap down. Yeah, want some space between your chin and your chest, so try not to jam your chin in your chest. Pressing that lower back into the mat. Good. Woo! Tapping down. And lift back to tabletop here. And down. And up. And again, tapping down. Feel the burn in the rectus abdominis muscles. And again, down. Woo! And lift up. And let's go 3 more. Down. And lift up. 2 more. Taking it down. And lifting up 1 more time. Take it down. And lift up. Hold here. Then lower your feet down. Separate them about hip distance apart. Arms down by your sides. Okay. Take a breath. Inhale. We're going to take it up into a bridge. So we're going to lift our spines up. So a little bit of a break for our abs. And then lower back down. And again. Up. So into a nice bridge. And squeeze those glutes and the hamstrings and lower back down. So not too high. You don't want to lift that you introduce an arch in that lower back. So just a simple lift here and lower back down. Let's go again. Up. Spine is in neutral. And down. Lift up and hold this time. Okay, so we're going to add on here. Now I want you to take your heels. They're not going to move. But I want you to think about pulling them toward your hips. Okay, so pulling it in toward your upper body. And as you do that, you're going to feel the contraction set in even more in your hamstrings and your glutes. So you're just pulling your heels toward your upper body and just holding it there. So feeling that contraction. Okay, so here. Now check your upper body staying quiet. Holding that isometric contraction, pulling your heels toward your upper body. Hold. Okay, so we're going to make it a little more challenging. Lower your spine back down. Walk your heels out about 3 inches. Okay, so here. And once again, take it into that bridge here. And pull your heels toward your upper body. Those hamstrings are going to really feel the warmth. So pull your heels toward your upper body. So pulling it in. So forcing that contraction, that isometric contraction. And if you want to float your arms up, you can. Keep quiet. Relaxing your upper body. Pulling those heels in. Okay, so don't forget about that. Pulling your heels in. Pulling it in. Pulling it in. Just holding it here. So warmth. Really quickly building in those hamstrings. Back of the thighs. Pulling it in. Pull, pull, pull even more for 4 and 3 and 2. Lower your spine back down. Got 1 more increment, but if you want to stay here, that's fine. If you want to take it to the next increment, walk your feet out about another 6 inches. Take it into that bridge. Just make sure you don't lift too high. So pretty light lift up off the mat. Okay, then take your heels and pull them in toward your upper body. So really feel the power in your hamstrings and your glutes. So pulling your heels here. Okay, try not to relax. I want you to really work it. Good. Just hold here. Now you're going to take your hands, if they're up above, I want you to make fists, however you want to make fists, and then press your elbows in to the mat. Okay, still pulling your heels toward your upper body. So elbows are pressing into the mat. Then I want you to keep your shoulders away from your ears. You're going to drive your elbows down into the mat as you pull your heels toward your upper body and hold. So those hamstrings are burning. Pressing your elbows in, getting the upper body to fire as well, that core to fire. So pressing your elbows in without lifting your back up off the mat, okay? So you're still engaged there with the mat there. Elbows are just pressing in to get the upper body to help. So pulling your heels toward your upper body still, those hamstrings, woo! Okay, digging your elbows into the mat, making fists with your hands nice and strong. Still pulling those heels in, pull it in, pull it in. So last effort, give it your all. I'm going to count down for 10, pull it in, and 9. You got 8, and 7, pull, 6, and 5. You got it for 4, and 3, and 2, 1, and 0. Go ahead and lower your spine onto the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Excellent. Woo! And go ahead and take your knees and circle them around. And then reverse the direction. And go ahead and extend your right leg up. Pull it in with your hands. Feel a little release for the hamstrings while we're here. And the other side, left leg. Pull it in with your hands. Good. You're going to turn to those abs once again. Hands behind your head. Go ahead and lift up. Legs into tabletop. So this time, we're going to flex our feet. Hey, one leg at a time. So left heel down. And right heel down. And left heel down. Okay, so here. So you have some separation between your knees and your feet. And equal separation. And down, lift a little higher through your upper body. And down. Okay, so now instead of keeping it slow, we're going to go a little faster. And fast. And fast. Tapping those heels down. Go hop and hop and hop. Upper body lifts a little higher. Elbows stay wide. Try not to pull on your head. And switch. 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 Now, if you want to, okay, it's completely optional. You can extend and extend and extend and extend. Drive the heels out. Woo! And lift your upper body. Press those heels and heels. Now, if you're doing the straightening of the legs, we're going to bring it back to the bent knees. 3 and 2 and 1. Here we go. Down and down and down and down. Okay, now here, everybody, we're going to pick up the pace. Down and down and down and down. Okay, now keep it here, or if you want, press and press and press. Press and press. Lift a little higher. Go and go. Go and go. Now you're extending, bring it to the bent knees. Here we go. Down and down. Down and down and down. Down and down and down. Here we go. Straight legs. Press and press and press and press. Press and press and press and press. Bent knees. Here, here, and here, and here, and here. Here, and here, and here, and here. Straight. Press and press and press. Press. Stay lifted through the upper body. Bent knees go down and down and down. Down and down and down and down. And straight. Go. Almost done. I promise. Woo! Here we go. Bent knees and down and down. Down and down and down and down. Straight legs last time. Press and press and press. Press and press. Press a little higher. Go. Here we go. Press, press, and press. Bent knees. Down and down. Down. This is the last bit. I promise. Go. And down and down. If you want to, a little faster. Woo! Go and go. Nice. I'm going to count down for 8 counts, to as many as you can in that last 8 counts. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And into your chest. Settle down. Okay. Go ahead and extend your right leg. Hands behind your head. Right shoulder to left knee. And left shoulder to right knee. And here, okay, now if this is too much, you can extend the leg closer to the ceiling. Okay, you're going to work those obliques. Other side. Good. Woo! And switch. And switch. Now hips stay grounded. The rotation in upper body. And switch. Good job. Woo! Other side. And here. And here. And here. Okay, we're going to go last 4 sets. I want you to really work. Twist. Other side. 3 more. Come on, you got it. Woo! Last 2. Twist. Rotate. Other side. Last 1. Rotate. Other side. And back in. Knees into your chest. Extend your legs out. Arms overhead. Stretch up through those abs. Breathe. And then bring your knees into your chest. And let's go ahead and circle around. And then go ahead and either take it to a rock and roll, or you can just roll to the side and push yourself up into seated, okay? So we're going to take it to a seated position. Cross your lower legs, place your hands onto the mat, and then press back into a downward facing dog. Okay, so feel that stretch for your hamstrings. We did a lot of hamstring work. So drive those heels down, press through your hands, lift in through your spine. Okay, we're going to take it into a plank. So here, shoulders away from the ears. Okay, so here. Just find your form, your shape. You can lower your knees onto the mat if you want. Okay, we're going to lower into your belly. We're going to transition into some back work. Okay, so I want you to take it down. Let's go for 15 counts. Okay, on your knees or on your toes. Press your shoulders away from the ears. Elbows are going to be close to your sides. Here we go. for 15 and 14 and 13 and 12. You got 11 and 10 and 9. You want to count, and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. A little louder. 4 and 3. My daughter's here. 2 and 1 and 0 and onto your belly. Woo! Flip your feet flat and feel a nice stretch. Hands on your shoulders. Hey, belly pulled in. Lift it a little through your upper body. Squeeze your glutes and hamstrings and lift and hold. So we're just going to hold here. You're going to point your toes. Knees are straight. Engage all the muscles in the lower part of your body and hold here nice and simply. Make sure your belly is pulled in toward your spine. Okay. And let's hold for another 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now tuck your toes under. Place them onto the mat. Extend your arms out. I want you to make fists with your hands. Okay. So here, press your fist into the mat. Lift your upper body up off the mat here. Shoulders down away from your ears. So very important, shoulders away from the ears. Okay, so here. So your upper body is lifted a little bit. Now if this is too much for you, you can always lower down and place your hands by your side. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to take the right leg and lift up and lower down. Okay, lift up and lower down. Now it's a pretty tiny move, okay, because you're on your toes, so you don't have a whole lot of range. But I want you to think about squeezing that glute up and lower down and up. Now if your toes don't even lift up off of the mat, that's fine. I want you to just find that contraction in that gluteal, up and down and switch. Okay, now if you want to work the upper body as well, the opposite arm as leg lifts up and down. But keep your shoulders away from the ears. Okay, pressing your fist into the mat each time and lower back down. Now check in with that lower back. Make sure it's not compressed. Okay, make sure it's not hurting. Your belly is pulling in to support that lower back and up and down. Now if you're lifting the arm, we're going to make it a little more interesting. Okay, so here, now listen up. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Okay, you're going to keep the legs alternating. Okay, but we're going to do same arm, same leg. So left arm, left leg. Lower down, right arm, left, right leg. And up. Same arm, same leg, right and left. Okay, so remember the arm movement is optional. And lift and lower down. And up and lower down. Shoulders stay level. And down. Woo! Up and down. Let's go again. Up and down. Now we're going to go back into the opposite arm, opposite leg. So left leg, right arm. Left arm, right leg. Woo! Takes a lot of mental concentration. And up and down. Left arm, right leg. And down. Left leg, right arm. Woo! You ready? Same arm, left, left, and left. And down, right and right. And down. Belly is in. If you need to take a break anytime, please do so. Check in with your body. Woo! And right. And left. Good. And right. Now left leg, right arm. Back into that opposite arm, opposite leg. Okay, finishing off. Here we go. Up and down. Still making fists with those hands. Pressing down, driving those shoulders away from the ears. Woo! And let's go again. And switch. And down. And up. And down. Nice work. Up. And down. And up. And down. Okay, it's got to end at some point, right? And up. And down. And up. Let's go for 2 more sets. Then we're done. Other side with this. And up. And down. Last half a set. And lower down. Place your hands under your shoulders if they're not already there. Belly pulls in. Go ahead and take it to a back extension. Toes are pointed here or here. And just hold. Okay, nice and easy. Squeeze those glutes. Point the toes. Straighten the knees. Belly is in. Hold. For 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Settle your belly down onto the mat. Place your hands under your shoulders. Prop yourself up into a quadruped. Take a breath. Inhale, cat-cow. And belly down. Lift your chest. Woo, wiggle. And cat, tuck your tailbone under. And cow. And cat stretch. Here. This time we're going to send our seat back. And rotate whatever you need to do to stretch out that lower back. Breathe. And then back into that quadruped, let your belly fall. And go ahead and tuck your toes under, push back into a nice downward facing dog. Press your hands into the mat. Okay, we're going to return to some planks. So ground your right leg, kick your left leg back behind for a three-legged dog. Okay, now I'm going to take it into a plank. But first I want you to think about contracting that left gluteal. Okay, so that left butt cheek. So here, hold here. Okay, now feel that contraction. I want you to focus on keeping that contraction as we lower into a plank. So you're still contracting that glute. Okay, contract, contract, contract. So maybe this is as far as you can go. Maybe you can go all the way to a plank. But I want you to really focus on contracting through that glute. Okay, so here into that plank or somewhere in between. Still contracting that glute. I want you to take it back up. Okay, so you're contracting that glute the entire time, working into that one-legged, three-legged plank, or one-legged plank, I guess. And here, squeezing through that glute. Okay, so here, or you can take it all the way into that plank. Belly is in, working that core. Still squeezing that glute. Go ahead and take it back up. Glute, glute, squeeze. So that focus is on that glute, but also working all sorts of muscles at the same time. Okay, so here. Into that plank or somewhere in between. Now, if you're in that plank, you want to take it a step further, shoulders away from the ears, and take it into a tricep push-up down. Still squeezing that glute. And press up. And then kick it back into that three-legged dog. Squeezing that glute, 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 glute. Okay, I'm going to keep reminding you. Squeeze that glute, take it into your plank here, or all the way if you're doing that push-up. You're still squeezing that glute, shoulders away from the ears, elbows close to your sides. Still squeezing that glute. Push up and bring it back. Still squeezing that glute. Woo! And again, take it into your plank. Still squeezing that glute. Nice and strong. Okay, if you're doing that push-up, taking it down and then back up. And how about two more? Okay, so still squeezing that glute. Take it into your personal plank. Shoulders away from the ears. Still squeezing that glute. Here we go. If you're doing that push-up down, still squeezing that glute and up and lift back up. And final one. Make it your best. Okay, so here we go. Squeeze that glute. Woo! And if you're doing that push-up down and up, take it back up. Finishing off. Here, woo! And then lower back down. Shake out that leg before you lower back down. We're going to go right into the other side. Okay, so right leg kicks back. Three-legged dog here. I want you to find that contraction in that right gluteal. Okay, so feel that. Flex that foot, that'll help. Okay, so flex that right foot. Okay, find that contraction. Take it into your own personal plank. Here. Maybe here, maybe all the way, still squeezing that glute, shoulders away from the ears. And then take it back up, driving that heel up. Squeeze that glute, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Shoulders away from the ears. Here, still squeezing that glute. Very important. Okay, so here we go, kick it back up. Woo! And again, take it into that plank, shoulders away from the ear. Press, 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 press. Here. Add that push-up if you want, down, and lift. And still squeezing that glute, take it all the way back up, squeeze, 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 squeeze. So that butt cheek should be hard. And here we go, take it back into that plank. Woo! Here. Push up if you want, down, and up. Take it back into that three-legged dog, still squeezing that glute. And got three more from here. Take it into that plank, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Maybe it's here, maybe it's all the way, shoulders away from the ears, and down. And lift. Squeeze that glute. Taking it back up, so that isometric contraction in that glute as you work the rest of the body. Two more. Into that plank. Woo. And push up if you want. And up. And kick it back up. So, of course, I lost count. Let's do two more. Here we go. Into that plank. Woo. And push up down if you want. And last one. Bonus. Up, 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 up. Squeeze that glute. Back into that plank. Shoulders away from the ears if you want. Push up, down. And rise up. And kick that leg nice and high. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Do that stretch before you take it back down. Shake it out. And downward facing dog. Woo. And so here. Heel toe through your feet, whatever you need to do. And take it into child's pose. Sit back on your heel. forward on the mat. Shake it on up. And breathe. Okay, rise up. We're going to take it into standing once again. So come on up into standing. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to step our right foot forward, left foot back. Okay, so into a high lunge. So I want you to take your left knee and bend here. Okay, so I want you to really keep in mind that you want to keep your knee aligned with your foot. Okay, so we're going to do some pivots. So from here, we're going to pivot over to the side to face the side here. So toes are turned out. Okay, so settling here, squeezing those glutes, your knees stay wide. And we're going to pivot back. So pivot back. Okay, and drop down. And then open up. Okay, now I want you to keep your hips low. Okay, so pivot here. And then open up. Okay, so like we did at the start with the heel toe, I want you to think about rotating to that hip. Okay, so here, and here. So you can get a little lower. Your legs are probably a little fatigued because did a lot of leg work. Okay, so rotate to that hip and open up. And here, if your feet are getting stuck on that mat, then you can take it onto the floor, or you can put some socks on. My toes are getting a little stuck. And open up. Good. And here. And up. Okay, so let's make it a little more challenging. So here we want to take it down a little lower and open up. Okay, so rotating to that hip socket and open up. Good. Inner thighs on fire and down. And open up. Good. And here, down low, and open up. Make sure your knee stays aligned with that foot. Okay, so rotating with that foot. Here we go. And here. And open up. Stay low. And open up. Good. And low. And open up. Woo! My legs are feeling it. And open up. Let's go for 4 more. Down low. And open up. 3 more. And down. And open up. Last 2. Down. And open up. Last one. Down. And open up. Hold here. Okay, so while we're here, let's take it to a pulse. And pulse. And pulse. And pulse. Good. Pulse and pulse. Pulse and pulse for 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise all the way up. Let's do the other side. Okay, so left leg forward, right leg back. Bend that right knee. Okay, again, make sure your knees stay aligned with your hips. Okay, so here we go. Open up here, and sink, and open up. See, knee stays aligned with that foot. Okay, so no twerking of the knees. Again, if you want to take this to the floor, if you have a hardwood or even carpet, yoga mat is sticky, and open. Okay, so we're going to do part of drop down, and here, stay low, and here, and pivot. Each time squeezing the glutes, here, knees wide, and here, and open, good, here, and open. Let's drop it down a little lower, here, and open, good. And open, woo, down, and open, stay low, and open. Let's do 6 more, down, and open, 5 more, down, and open, stay low, last 4, come on, 3 more, you got it, down, and open, last 2, down, and open, last 1, down, and open, pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse, let's go, go and go, good. 20 and 19 and 18 and 17, 16 and 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up. Woo! And release. And shake it out. We're going to take it down onto the mat for a final exercise before you take it into a stretch. Inhale and exhale. Let's one dive down. Lift your chest here. And then go ahead and walk your hands out into a nice solid plank, okay? So a couple options, here or a knee. Okay, so we're gonna take our left knee and we're gonna bring it to our left shoulder and down, okay? So here, left shoulder and down, or if you're in toes, here and down. So you're reaching toward that tricep and down. Reach toward that tricep and back, and tricep and back. Okay, so here we go, and back. Now reach it to the tricep. This time I'm gonna hold. Okay, so I'm gonna do it on my knee first. So here, reaching to that tricep. Now keeping that connection, if you can Keep it as close as you can. We're just gonna pivot over to the side here. Here, okay, so here. So here, now you're gonna reach and pull it in. And reach and pull it in. Reach to that tricep and reach. Stay strong in that right shoulder and reach. Here. Good. And here, now keep that connection here. And then you're gonna rotate back over. Pulling it in and back. Okay? And in and back. To that tricep and down. We're gonna do that one more time. Okay? So reach that knee to that tricep. Actually, we're gonna do it 2 more times. Here. Okay? Keeping the connection. Reach over, open up to the side. Reach and pull. And reach and pull. Again, reach and pull. One more, reach and pull. Keep that connection and then rotate back. Here. And then lower back down. Okay, so do that same thing. Or if you want to try it on your toes, I'll try it. See if I'm successful here. Reach to that tricep and back. So in that plank and back. Good. Reach and back. Reach to that tricep and hold. Hold here, okay? So here, remember you can stay on your knees if you want to. And rotate, 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 rotate. Here. Reach and bend. And reach. Almost got it. And bend. And reach. And bend. 2 more. Reach. And then 1 more. Reach. And then hold here. We're going to take it back down. Here. And lower down. Nice work. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Okay, so on your toes, if you want to start off on your toes, that's fine. Or knees here. So right tricep and down. Right tricep and down. Again, strong in that left shoulder. Okay, so here we go. Do that tricep and down. Do that tricep and back. Here we go. Keep that connection here. And we're going to rotate here. Here. Reach. And here. Crunching through that right waist. And here. Again. Woo. And reach. And bend. And reach. Keep that connection here. And rotate back down. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Lower back down here. And tricep. And down. And tricep. And down. Let's go. Tricep. And down. Now hold it here. And rotate. Here. And reach. And bend. And reach. And bend. Again. Reach. And bend. And reach. And bend. And reach. Trying to make that connection with that tricep. And take it back down. And lower back down. If you want to take it to your toes in that plank. Tricep. And back. And reach to that tricep. And back. And reach to the tricep. And back. And hold that connection. And take it onto your side. And reach. And bend. Again, reach. And bend. Crunch. And reach. And crunch. 1 more. Reach. And crunch. And take it back down. Here. 1 last time. Tricep. And back. And tricep. And back. You got tricep. And back. And tricep. And back. Hold it to your tricep. Here we go. Ground to that left leg or knee. And take it to the side. Here. And reach. And crunch to that waist. Reach. And crunch. Strong in that left shoulder. I know. And reach. 2 more. Woo! And reach. 1 more. And keep that connection. And here we go. Back into the plank or on your knees. Press back into a downward facing dog. Woo! And breathe. Excellent. Drive your heels down. Press to your hands. And then take it to your knees. Okay? Left arm reaches to the side. Inhale. Weave under that right armpit like we did early on. Here. Then lift up, open to the side. Draw that left shoulder back. And weave under that right armpit. Rotating. And then reach open to the side. And 1 more time. Exhale. Shh. Good. And open to the side. And then lower down. Other side. Right arm reach. And weave under the left armpit. Feel that stretch in that lower back. Open up to the chest here. And then weave. Open up to that upper back. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Weave. And then back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then cow. Opening up to that chest. And exhale. Cat stretch. Tuck, 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 tuck. And inhale, take it into cow. Last time in cat. Tuck, 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 tuck. Send your seat back. Reach through your hands. Wiggle, whatever you need to do. And then back to center. Back into neutral. Then face the front of the mat. Front of the room or where we're at. Shake out your arms, shoulders. Take your shoulders, rotate them around. Rotate your wrists. Shake them all out. Open, shut your hands. And down, 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 down. Head to your right shoulder. To your left shoulder. Pressing the opposite shoulder away. Right and left. Center and lift. Take your shoulders, circle big circles around. And opposite direction. The arms out to the side. It's going to reach to the right and to the left. And to the right and to the left. Right and left. Hold here. Go ahead and twist to the right. Draw that right shoulder back. And here. Twist to the left. Draw that left shoulder back. And here. And settle down. And place your legs in cross-legged if they're not already there. Okay. And just shift side to side. Feel the stretch in your side. Okay. And forward and back. And forward and back. And forward and back and side to side. Just letting any tight areas in that lower back release. And forward and back. And forward and back. And let's just do a little circle around and opposite direction. Circle around. And back to center. Cross your arms. Inhale. Right arm down. Left arm reaches overhead. Get that side stretch. Keep that left shoulder away from, pulled back. Here and left arm down. Right arm overhead. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You want to ground that right hip. And back up. Okay. Now take the soles of your feet. Place them together. Lift up nice and tall. You want to press those knees out. Hey, whether you press against your thighs or you use your elbows as you hinge forward. You want to really lengthen through your spine. Okay, so try not to compress that lower back around. You want to lengthen through your spine. Breathe. Good. Ooh. Go ahead and round through your spine. Extend your legs out now. Let's target those hamstrings. Inhale, exhale, hinge forward. Feet are flexed. Okay, so that'll really stretch all those hamstrings. You want to try and lengthen through your spine again as you take it on down. Breathe. And after class, if you want to spend more time stretching, that's all good. Okay. And roll up to your spine. Good. Grab onto that right leg, pull it into your chest. Go to rock side to side. Try not to bend through your ankle, okay? Or pull that foot in toward you. You want to try and keep straight across that inner ankle. Lift up, place your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Lift all the way up. Tall, tall, tall. Twist to the right. You can place your left arm to the outside of your right thigh to facilitate a twist. Look to the back of the room. Breathe. Good. And then back. Point your toes. Go ahead and hinge over your legs. And breathe. As you come on up, grab onto that left leg, pull it into your chest, and wiggle side to side. Feel a stretch in that glute on the left side. I did a lot of glute work today too. And then lower to the outside of your right thigh, lift up tall, and then go ahead and twist to the left. You can use your right arm against your left thigh. Breathe. Take a deep breath, inhale, interlace your fingers, go ahead and tuck your tailbone under. And go ahead and grab onto a steering wheel and turn left and turn right. Get those lats. And left. And right. Reach your fingertips forward, belly back behind, lift all the way up. Then take your arms back behind, interlace them behind you, press your shoulders down, straighten your elbows and lift your arms up. Open up to your chest. And release. Once again, circle your head side to side, whatever you feel like you need to do. Turn your head to the right and to the left, and to the right and to the left and center. Okay. Okay, here we're going to finish off with our 2 final breaths. On the first exhalation, as you breathe out, I want you to just let all stress and tension release from your body. And refill with only good strength. Power, as I say, always. Okay, here we go. Inhale, big breath. Arms up. And exhale. As you exhale, let all the stress and tension out of your body. Shake it all out. Shake, 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 shake. Everything out. And only refill with good, positive, good energy, happy energy, kind energy. Lift all the way up. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Arms up. Inhale. And then place your hands together and slowly lower your hands to heart center. So ground yourself here. Fill yourself with kindness, good thoughts here. And we say namaste. Yay. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had a good workout and you had some fun, and have a wonderful, wonderful week, and stay strong, and I'll see you next week. Take care.